Hey, Paul and Leigh, Billy Graham here with Ron Tonkin Toyota. Wanted a chance to introduce myself to you, and also I figured that if a picture's worth 1,000 words, then a video is worth a dissertation in showing you exactly the cargo space that's available to you folks with a new 4runner. So this is the 2014 4runner in the Shoreline Blue Pearl that we have available for you folks, and this is the rear cargo area with the seats up. And as you can see, as I've indicated on the driver's side here, the seats do recline for comfort for longer road trips. And if we flip the center portion down, that gives you a very long pass-through, probably 10 feet between here and the dash, if not a little bit longer. And that gives you an armrest for the passengers, the rear passengers, but that's hardly flat and hardly would allow you to catnap in the vehicle or sleep. As Leigh mentioned, Paul, that sometimes when you guys are hiking, it'd be nice if you could camp inside the car. So here's what we can do if we fold the headrests down, and that's kind of a neat feature. You don't have to take those out. And then lift the seat cushion up. The seats will then fold down relatively flat. There is a little bit of a slight hump here, but that's relatively minor. And then this is going to give you a little over 5.5 feet from the tailgate to the front of that seat. And let me demonstrate how that may work for a camping situation. The vehicle now, and what's nice is that I can just reach up here and grab onto this strap and close the tailgate. Now I'm 5'9" with some kind of hiking boots on here. So if I stretch all the way out, my feet are right up against the tailgate, and hopefully you can see this, but my head is squished up against this seat here. Certainly not comfortable for sleeping, but taking advantage of this little slight rise here, this is just about right for me, and I'm a side sleeper anyway, where my hips are sort of down below and my upper body is supported here, and this is reasonably comfortable. And I've got plenty of room here, so I think this would work for you folks from a car camping perspective. All right, I'm out of the vehicle now, and the other thing that I wanted to show you is that the seats recline. Golly, I don't know if you can see that, but that is pretty far back flat. And that would be the other way to grab some Z's, is to just put the front seats all the way back. And while I'm inside the vehicle, I also just wanted to describe a few of the options. The Limited does come with a full-time four-wheel drive system, but being a 4runner, it does have a center differential. And that's what makes it very different from an all-wheel drive system, which generally does not have a low range. So our normal 4 high in free mode means that the vehicle is able to distribute torque in a most efficient manner. On the fly, we can shift it over to 4 high lock, which is going to lock your torque split between front and rear. And then when the vehicle is at stop and in neutral, maybe it doesn't have to be in neutral, I guess we're in park, we can go into the 4 low mode. So now you have low range. So you can take advantage of the 9.6 inches of ground clearance. Also in low range, you then have a track available, and that's advanced traction control. That is like the electronic limited slip differential system for the front axle as well as for the rear axle. And I can go over all of those features with you when we have the chance for more of a conversation. Downhill assist control allows you to navigate a very steep, treacherous and or slippery downhill slope simply by pushing that button, and then essentially all you need to do is steer. And that gives you the ability to get into some really fun places to do some fun climbing. So, Billy Graham here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Pardon my amateur videography, but feel free to ask any questions that you may have of the vehicle, feature-wise, specs-wise, and I'll be happy to answer them, and hopefully I get a chance to meet you folks next week. Thanks very much. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.